Hi. So I thought today we would talk about the story, right? The story we tell ourselves. I have this thing that I say, change your story, change your life. We all have these stories that we carry with us. I want to read something from my yoga meditation book. Create the story of your life. We create our life narrative. Every decision we make initiates another chapter in our lives. While we can't control everything that happens to us, we can take charge of writing as much of our story as possible. Take action. Own your mistakes. Do your best. We are creative beings, and every single day offers us the opportunity to begin again. Invite today to be an artistic projection in which you take creative chances without fear or hesitation. If your life is a story and you are the protagonist, how do you want the narrative of today to read? Do the writing today to create the story of your life. So I had an experience in which I was able to change the story of my life, right? I felt very victimized by my life in my head. I didn't act that way. And I found that changing my story gave me a sense of freedom. So as we move through our practice today, maybe we can have that sort of be the theme, right? Like, what's the story? What is the story I'm telling myself? And is it beneficial or is it harmful? And if it's harmful, can I change it? So go ahead and grab whatever props you have. If you have a couple of blocks, that might be useful. If you don't, you can use a couple of books or something sturdy. A strap or a scarf will help. And a blanket or a couple of towels. And we'll start by lying down and coming into the breath. As we come into the breath, again, we're going to think about that story we're telling ourselves and maybe take a little bit more ownership of the story. So finding a comfortable spot, whatever works for you. I'm going to lay down with my knees bent to start and begin coming into the breath. Taking some nice, deep, diaphragmatic breaths. And as you exhale, let go of everything. Maybe the palms roll up, the shoulders roll out. Breath into the belly, through the nose. Exhale everything. And just continuing to do that, right? Lengthening, deepening, softening the breath. Taking a moment to check out how you're feeling right here, right now. Notice if there's any stickiness anywhere, and if there is, let it go. If there's any story going on, right, let that go. Let's just be for a moment. Be here now. Expanding the breath from the belly into the rib cage. Feeling the body on the earth, noticing what sort of resistance that creates against the earth. Next time you inhale, maybe taking it from the belly through the rib cage into the upper chest, feeling the collarbones rise and fall. Feeling the upper portion of the back push back against the earth. And then relax on the exhale. Nice. And then if the legs are bent, go ahead and extend them onto the earth. So inhale the arms up overhead, and let's just take a little stretch here. So just a little gentle stretching on the earth, maybe pointing and flexing the toes. Pointing and flexing the hands, stretching out through the center of the body. Nice. And then let's take the legs a little bit further apart, take the arms a little bit further apart, and do the same thing. Stretching out through the center of the body. And pushing the hands and the feet away while rocking them back and forth. Nice. Relax that. Go ahead and bring the legs closer. Let's cross the right leg over the left, right ankle over the left ankle. Grab onto the right hand and just pull a little bit into the right side of the body. Breathing here. Nice. And then do the opposite side. So left ankle, grab onto the left wrist and pull into the left side of the body. Nice. Uncross the legs, release the hands, and just pause here for a moment. Now we'll go ahead and we'll bring the arms back down next to the body. We'll bend the knees. Take the feet a little bit further than hip distance apart. Just pausing here for a moment, tuning into the low back, like just check that out. And go ahead and bring the knees into the chest. Rock it out a little side to side. Nice. Let's go ahead and bring the arms out to the side like a T. Palms down. And let's just drop the knees down to the left. Very gentle. Roll the head to the right and breathe into that for a moment. You can roll the palms up once you get into this position. Nice deep breaths here and a little twist. Roll the palms down. Inhale the knees through center. Exhale over to the right. Roll the palms up. Maybe the head rolls away from the knees and breathe here. Just moving the body, right? Gently awakening and moving. Nice. Roll the palms down. Come back into center. Hug the knees. Rock it out a little side to side. Go ahead and bring the feet back down onto the earth. Again, pausing here for a moment, getting comfortable, letting that low back sort of sink in, right? Let's gather that low belly up, pull in, push the belly button down, back pushes down onto the earth. Breathe here, try to relax the face and the neck. Hold this, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release and breathe. Warming up the core, right? Again, inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to round the back, gather up the low belly, push down onto the earth. If you want to spice this up a little bit, maybe you lift those feet about an inch up off the mat. But if you do that and the low back becomes disconnected from the earth, bring the feet back down. If you can do this and hold that low back down, go ahead and do that. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release, and breathe. I had somebody tell me that I count very slowly. I don't know. All right, one more time. Nice deep breath in. Again, as we exhale, we're going to round that back. Connect her to the earth. Gather up the low belly. Push down. Push into the back. So it's as if you're trying to push the belly button all the way through. Again, maybe you lift those toes just an inch up off the earth, right? Keep them as close to the earth as possible while maintaining the connection in the back. Breathe. Don't hold the breath. Try to relax the shoulders, the neck, the jaw. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and breathe. Nice. Good job. All right, locate your strap or your scarf, whatever it is that you've got, and start on the left side. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to place the strap around the ball of the foot, All right, we're going to gently hold on to the strap. Let that left glute stay on the earth, back is on the earth, and we're just going to bend and straighten the leg. All right, a few times, bending and straightening. And then maybe there's this little bounce that happens as the leg comes down and releases back. All right, nice. And we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to hold this stretch. Gentle with the hands, right? Just being kind here, gently stretching. If the hands can come to the leg, maybe use the hands, right? Maybe we give a little self-love here, a little massage, a little squeezing. Breathing into that. Flex the foot a little more, right? Feel that stretch into the Achilles, the calves, the back of the knee. Nice deep breaths here. Go ahead and drop that leg out to the left. Nice. Oh, right knee slides out a little bit, right? Just kind of drops out to the right. Go ahead and straighten the right leg. Oh, with that leg externally rotated, let the right leg get heavy. Stretch has now moved from the left side of the body to the right, front of the right hip. I find it useful to bring the hand here, the right hand here, and just kind of sink in. Breathing, nice. Go ahead and lift that leg up. We're going to bring it across the body. Left arm can stay behind. Head in a comfortable position. So whatever that means for you. For me, it's turning her slightly to the right. Nice deep breaths. Feel the belly pushing back against the legs, right? And feel that sort of internal massage of the organs. Go ahead, lift that left leg back up towards the sky. Release the strap. Shake the leg out a little bit. Bring her down onto the earth. And then just take a moment to breathe into this. Like, notice the difference between the left side and the right side. Notice if there's any grip anywhere. Where can you sink in a little bit more, right? Let that energy flow through the body. Go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. We're going to bring that right foot in. We're going to place the strap around the ball of the right foot. We're going to start to bend and straighten the right leg. So knowing that both sides are not created equal, right? This right side is your hot side, male side, sun side, responsibility side. Start to bounce a little bit here. Left is the cool side, feminine side, moon side, relationship side. Nice. Let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just slowly come into this stretch. So you might notice that one side is a little stickier than the other, right? And again, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's just interesting information. The yogi is curious, like, what's going on with my body? What are the signals I'm getting? All right. How is my life off the mat affecting my body? How is my story affecting my body? Where am I holding that old sort of limiting information? Go ahead and drop the leg out to the right. So again, that left knee kind of drops out a little bit, and I'm going to slide that left leg straight with the left leg externally rotated. And again, I find it a little useful to bring my hand to my left hip. So for me, I'm usually tighter on the left side, a little stickier on the left side. Nice deep breaths here. And if it's not discernible, that's okay too, right? Like,
we get there, right? Everything happens in its own time. I think just having that level of awareness is kind of nice. Go ahead and inhale that right leg up. Exhale across the body. Okay, right arm can stay behind. Again, head in a comfortable position, whatever that means to you, and breathe. And you can soften the knee here, right? Whatever feels good. This is not about pushing the boundaries necessarily. This is about, what feels interesting, appropriate, good, useful. Nice. And then we'll lift that right leg back up towards the sky. Release the strap. Go ahead and put the strap to the side for now. Shake the leg out a little bit. And then bring it down onto the earth. And again, pausing here for a moment, noticing. Arms down in a comfortable position, whatever that means for you. Breathing into this. Where's the grip? Can you let it go a little more? We're starting to be aware of the energy flowing more freely through the body. Go ahead and bring the arms up overhead in a comfortable, sustainable position, all right? So that usually means elbows slightly bent in this kind of victory or cactus pose. If there's anything going on with the shoulders, right, if you're feeling a little sticky in the shoulders, it's nice to bring a towel or a blanket and support the shoulder, right? And you want to be able to breathe. Like, you want to be able to let it go and breathe and sink in. So if the shoulder's feeling sticky and you're holding it up or there's discomfort there, it's going to be really hard to come into the breath. So breathing into that, right? Knees are bent. Feet are a nice, good distance apart, right? Maybe the heels are on the edge of the mat. I like to bring my feet relatively close to the body. And next time we exhale, we're going to exhale the knees to the right. We're going to inhale through center, push the low back down onto the earth, gather up the low belly as you come through center, exhale to the left. Again, as you come through center, gather up the low belly, push down onto the earth. Exhaling to the opposite side. And just keep this motion going with your breath. Effort is through center. Grace and gravity, take the knees down. You can start to roll the head with the knees if that feels good. Beautiful. Nice, deep, conscious, kind, slow movement. Couple more times. And then next time the knees come down to the right, let's just hang out here for a moment, sinking into this. Maybe the head rolls to the right. Push that left knee down a little bit. Extend the left arm and just breathe into the left side of the body. Deep diaphragmatic breaths. Nice. Breathing here. Softening the left arm a little bit. All right, softening that elbow again. Coming up to center. Pause here. Notice what's going on. And then next time you exhale, exhale the knees to the left. Again, maybe the head rolls to the left a little bit. Straighten out that right arm. Sink the right knee down and breathe here. Beautiful. Go ahead and soften the right elbow. Bring the head and the knees back up to center. Okay. Let the low back get a little heavy. Go ahead and bring the hands to the belly. Letting the shoulders readjust a little bit and just breathe into this. Nice. Go ahead and bring the knees into the chest. Rock it out a little side to side. Go ahead and bring the feet back to the earth. I'm going to give you a couple options here. So you're going to either locate your block, or you're going to take one of your towels or blankets and roll it up to give you some height. All right. If you have a block, we'll use that. You bring the feet about hip distance apart. You're going to inhale the pelvis up. We're going to bring the block down onto the sacrum, or you're going to bring your blanket under there. So if you're on the blanket, it should be pretty comfortable. If you're on the block, it might take a little bit to find that comfortable spot. So if it's not comfortable, the block might be too far in the low back, right? You want to bring it down onto the sacrum and the buttocks a little bit more. And then from here, we're going to roll the shoulder blades together and down. So collarbones open. We're going to tune into the feet for a moment and just make sure they're parallel to the mat, so they're not pointing out. And we're just going to breathe here for a moment. Just breathing into this nice inversion, right? Feel the organs beginning to move away from the place that they're almost always in. Again, creating space, allowing energy to flow through the body. Push the feet into the earth, all right? Push the feet into the earth. Pull the knees towards each other, but don't let them move. Feel the legs activate. Continuing to breathe, right? Keeping those legs activated, but continuing to breathe. We're going to hold this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs. Nice. Breathe. One more time. Push the feet into the earth. Activate the legs. Try to pull them towards each other without letting them actually move. Feel the legs activate. Try to keep the upper body relaxed. Breathing here. Nice. And let's hold this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and breathe. Nice. Beautiful. Let the shoulders spread apart. Shoulder blades spread apart. Come flat onto the earth. Maybe we grab onto the block if we're using the block, or we bring our hands next to our body, palms facing down, as we lift one leg and then the other up towards the sky. All right, we're going to point and flex the feet. Pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. Nice, beautiful. Slowly, kindly, consciously circle the ankles around in one direction. Face is relaxed, jaw is relaxed, tongue is off the roof of the mouth. Circle in the opposite direction. Again, slowly, kindly, consciously. Nice. And then we're going to stop circling and just breathe into that. So breathe into that feeling of energy running up through the calves, the shins, the ankles, the feet. Nice deep breaths. And then allow the legs to drop to opposite sides, right? So the legs are really heavy. You've got like your single heaviest bone, the femur, is in the leg, right? So if this feels uncomfortable, unsteady, not safe, you can bend the knees. You'll still get that benefit of this stretch, but maybe a little less intense. If you want to, you can bring the hands inside the thighs and just let the weight of your arms increase this stretch a little bit. Breathing into this. You can always point and flex the feet, which will take the attention off the stretch and any discomfort you might be having. Nice deep breathing. And we'll just hold this, I don't know, for like about 30 seconds, right? It's really hard to judge time. I find it really hard to judge time when I'm teaching like this. I don't have a clock. Nice deep breaths. So it's the breath, right? The passage of breath. Nice. Now let's go ahead and bend the knees. Bringing the knees towards the shoulders or the underarms. Go ahead and bring the hands to the arches of the feet and push down a little bit. Nice. We'll rock a little side to side. And then just sink into this happy baby pose. And then just for fun, take your first two fingers, right? Your index finger and your middle finger. Hook them around your big toes. And let's just see if we can straighten the legs. And if it doesn't happen yet, know that it will. All right? Things take time in yoga. And when we say they take time, we mean, you know, I don't know, a year or two. Like, this is a nice, gentle way of practicing. Go ahead and bend the knees, bring the legs together, just drop the legs onto the chest. Go ahead and bring your hands back down to either the earth or your brick. Bring the legs down, pause here for a moment, and then let's inhale the booty up, take that block out, roll it down, take the feet a little further apart, and just breathe here for a moment. Where can you just relax and release a little more? Just noticing. Maybe we rock the head a little side to side. Nice. Let's bring the knees in, rock it out a little side to side. Bring the hands underneath the legs, rock it forward and back. If this is something that does not work for you, just come up. But otherwise, we're going to rock forward and back a couple times. We're going to come all the way up. We're going to come on to hands and knees. So, hands and knees, useful to pad the knees a little bit, or a lot. This is where those blocks might come in handy. Again, you can use, I don't know, get creative, right? Use a couple of, let me move here a little bit. Books. Okay. So we're going to bring the hands onto the blocks, and we're just going to rest the hands on here. So the tendency is kind of to grab onto the blocks, but what we want to do is just rest, right? The highest portion, all right? Let's tuck the toes under, and let's straighten the legs, coming into a supported plank pose. And basically, what we've done is we have lifted the floor. We've lifted the earth. We've just created some height here. Breathing into this for a moment. And then let's float the right foot forward. All right. And then we're just going to sort of rock back and forth a little bit. All right, bending that right knee, straightening the right knee. Bending and straightening. Left heel is not on the floor, right? Just the left toes. So I'm pushing back into the earth here. Go ahead and bend that right knee and then see if maybe we can switch the weight from the hands into the legs. I'm breathing here for a moment. Nice. And just sink the body down a little bit. Holding, breathing. All right, gently bringing the hands back on to the bricks. Right foot comes back. Left foot comes forward. All right. Right heel is not on the earth, just the right toes. And again, we're just going to rock and straighten that left leg. Rock and straighten. So you get to decide here how far you want to go, especially when you're coming down, right? Breathing into this. Go ahead and sink that left knee down a little bit. And again, let's see if we can switch the weight from the hands into the legs and breathe here. If it's more helpful to have the arms out or up, like whatever works for your balance, do that. Breathing. Nice. Feeling nice and strong, nice and connected to the earth. Balanced, centered. Hands back onto the bricks. Step that left foot back. Breathe here for a moment. Let's go ahead and drop the knees down. Drop the top of the feet on the earth and just push back for a moment. Let's just sit here for a moment, breathing. Nice. Come back and go ahead and bring the hands down onto the earth. All right. Let's actually do this. Let's walk the hands a little bit in front. I feel like I need to move back, so I'm still in the screen here. Walk the hands a little bit in front of the shoulders. All right. We're going to drop the hips down. I'm going to bring the feet up. So we're using our arms, right? We're using our arms, strengthening the arms a little bit. Breathing here. You could cross the ankles. Might just help. And then let's push down and up. Down and up. Nice. Nice. Let's do 3 more. Right? You got this. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come back into child's pose and rest. Relaxing the jaw, right? The face, the mouth, the shoulders. Just breathe into this for a moment. Coming back into our table pose. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. Again, let's bring the right foot forward here. All right. We're going to tuck the left toes under. We're going to straighten that left leg. All right. We're in a low lunge here. And we're going to see if we can come on up again. All right. Bringing that weight back into the legs, off the hands, breathing here. Low lunge. Nice deep breaths. Drop the hands down. hop that back foot up about a foot. Right? All right. Straighten both legs. Oh. All right. Come on up. Oh. Okay. Let that core work a little bit as you lift yourself up. Breathing here. Rotate the toes so they're facing forward. All right, let's come into a forward fold. Oh, if the hands don't come down onto the earth, nice to bring them onto the block. All right, or grab opposite elbows and drop the top of the head down. Breathing here for a moment. And go ahead and slowly walk the hands towards the left foot. Left toes both point towards the back of your mat now. All right, drop that right knee down. Let's walk that left foot forward a little bit. Hands forward. Right? Tuck the right toes under, coming back into a low lunge on the other side. And then getting centered, strong. Go ahead and bring the body up. Breathing here. Sinking it down, nice and low. Okay. Really hard to look behind me. Okay. Nice. Bring the hands down. Hop that right foot forward a little bit. Straighten both legs, right? So both feet are on the earth. Ooh, bring it up. Oh, use that core. Nice. Alright, let's bring the toes forward, facing forward again. And just drop the knees down and lift them up. Drop them down and lift them up. Alright, let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold. Let's hold here. Bring the arms up. Hold this pose for a moment. Nice. 5, 4, beautiful. 3, you got it. 2, 1, bring it up. The arms down. Go ahead and heel toe the feet together. All right, we can come back to the front of the mat, kick it out a little bit. Roll the shoulders. Yeah. Let's roll the arms. Let's do the right arm 3 times in one direction. 1, 2, 3. 3 times in the other direction. 1, 2, 3. Left arm. 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. Shake it up a little bit. Bring the hands behind you. All right, interlace the fingers. Pull them down. Soften the knees a little bit. Again, pull the hands down. Let's come into a forward fold. My knees are soft, right? Top of the head towards the mat. And then bring the arms up. Oh, breathing into this. Nice, beautiful. Okay, go ahead and drop the hands down in front of the body. Drop the booty down a little bit. Lean back a little, right? As if you're sitting in a really low chair. Arms to center. Lift the torso up. Keep the booty down. Right? Weight into the heels. Low belly's gathered up. Hold. 5, 4, 3, nice. 2, 1. Slowly come on up. Ooh. Nice. Shake it out a little bit. Okay. Shake, 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 shake. Shaking's good. All right. Come on down. Maybe take the feet a little further apart. Come into a squat if that feels comfortable. Okay. Breathing into this. We're doing good. All right. So we're going to come down onto our backs. Actually, before we come onto our back, one last time on hands and knees. Sorry. Do a little cat-cow here. just to loosen up anything, right? So again, when we're on hands and knees, you can bring most of the weight into the legs, and you want to spread the fingers apart, right, so that the weight is evenly distributed on the hands. And let's just come into our cat-cow. Right? Again, I like to inhale as I'm rounding. I like to exhale as I'm arching. You can make this movement as large or as small as you like. Nice. And you can breathe however you want. All right? I'm not attached to your breath. Next time you round it, let's bring it into a barrel roll, dropping the chin and chest to the earth and rolling on it. Close the eyes. Feel the fluidity of your body. Like, just feel how yummy this feeling is. Nice. Couple more times. Next time you're in a rounded position, reverse your circle, going in the opposite direction. Beautiful. Nice. Couple more times. All right, let's bring it back into child's pose. And just breathe here for a moment, relaxed. Jaws relaxed. Face, eyes, neck, belly. Just let it all sink in. Gently push it on up. All right, let's come onto our backs. So, again, getting comfortable, all right? I like to have a little padding underneath my back. Some of us like to have a little extra support under the head, right? Whatever works for you. Well, let's come on down. Let's bring the legs down. If the low back is talking to you, you can always take that blanket and roll it up and put it underneath the knees. Nice to have a little softening in the knees. Palms are up, arms are in a comfortable position. Again, whatever that means for you. Let's just take some deep breaths together. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you exhale, release everything. Sinking into the earth. Maybe you begin to pause at the bottom of the exhale. Starting to lengthen the space between the breath. Feel the body sinking into the earth, the feet, the calves, the shins, the knees, the thighs, letting the legs sink into the earth. The buttocks, the hips, the belly, sinking into the earth. The spine, the spinal cord, the vertebrae, sinking into the earth. Letting the shoulder blades soften. Letting the collarbones widen. Shoulders pour from the body. Arms sink into the earth. The back of the neck
The throat relaxed, open, clear. Allow the skull to get heavy. Base of the skull widens, jaw relaxes. The mouth, the tongue, the lips, the cheeks relax. Allow the eyes to sink into the eye sockets. Forehead brightens, crown chakra opens. The entire body is completely at peace and relaxed. And just allowing yourself to feel supported. Like cradled by the earth, Gaia, Mother Earth, right? Our beloved planet. And as you feel that unconditional love and support, imagine for a moment your 4, 5-year-old self. Right? Just picturing that, it could be 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there, this very enthusiastic, happy, joyous being. And if you could share something with that 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old self about his or her story. Like, what would you tell that beautiful being to not worry about so much, to let go of? What would you tell that being to embrace? Really just tuning in to that curious, innocent, joyous being within you. And allowing all the things that you wish for him or her to be. We can't change our circumstances, but we can change the way we react to them. We can change the story we tell ourselves. And so just gently starting to change your story, right? Imagine looking through the lens of curiosity, of freedom, of joy. As we look through the lens of those things, right? Those things that are our higher self, maybe the story starts to change. Maybe we start to develop compassion. Compassion for ourselves, compassion for others. We let go of the fear, the resentment, the anger. And we come fully into this moment, here and now. A compassionate, curious, free being And then just very, very ever so gently starting to come back into this present moment. So maybe maintaining that sense of compassion, curiosity, freedom as we start to breathe a little deeper. Start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Start to gently, ever so gently, kindly, consciously, make your way up into a comfortable seated position. Taking a moment to allow the hands, the palms to find each other in front of the sternum, bowing the head in gratitude and grace. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope as you go out into your day or your evening, wherever it is you're going, whatever it is you're doing, that you bring some curiosity and compassion with you. Namaste.